Hey everybody, it's Coach.
And Mrs. Coach.
Big welcome to the Warning Army. And anyone else that happens by this video, you'll be a member of the Warning Army soon after, I would imagine.
Yes.
Anyway, we love the rock group The Warning.
Yes, absolutely.
And we've been very impressed with how they have grown as people and as artists. And one of our viewers on Buy Me a Coffee, which is buymeacoffee.com/CoachCastTV, has asked us to do a documentary.
Okay.
And it's the Tidal Rising documentary entitled The Warning, the Mexican Rock Stars Who Happen to Be Sisters. And this is a long, it's 20 minutes, 20 and a half. And so this will probably be a 30-plus minute reaction, which is fine. But we get to spend some time with The Warning today, so we know it's a good day. We get to spend some time with the Warning Army, so we know it's going to be a fun day in the comment section. And if we happen to decide to do a word of the day, we know that the Warning Army is the best fan base in the world to do the word of the day in the comments, because they always do it.
What was that word that you put in? And I tell you, I didn't know you could use that word as many times in a sentence.
Mrs. Coach has been so impressed with the Warning Army's ability to take some strange words of the day and make them into a comment. So we'll see if this one inspires a word. Not every video gets a word of the day. Anyway, we're going to see what this is all about coming up next. All right, this should be fun.
Okay.
We obviously started playing here in Mexico. We're Mexicans, we're from Mexico. So our first shows were always here in our home and then just across the country. And I feel like we've seen it grow over the years and how we started and just our crowd. And it makes me so excited that people my age are looking for this energy and like this music specifically. There aren't a lot of female-led rock bands, only woman rock bands. So she started working as a young teen, a kid. We didn't even start out as women. Like, we started out as little girls in this industry. Children, literally.
Yep.
It involves a lot. And we were doing it.
That's the first time we ever saw them, and I think that we posted that like right around Thanksgiving, the first year we had a channel, if I remember correctly. So that was a couple years ago. But I am so impressed to have kind of watched what they were to what they are now. It's truly a journey.
This is the second group we've got the pleasure of, being able to do that. We did that with Blackpink. We watched them when they first, we reacted to them. We did the documentary, and then we started the reaction channel, and then we started, doing their videos. But it is really interesting to watch how much they have grown, how much confidence and everything that they get.
Yeah, there's no doubt that they're good role models as well, which is important.
Children, literally. It involves a lot, and we were doing it with our parents. Like, we were pretty protected. Like, they supported us so much. They got us into lessons. Like, they bought us our instruments. Like, they give us the liberty to like really concentrate on music.
Because imagine you're like just a teenager, maybe 13, and you want to do this, but of course there's tons of different things that you want to try out and do. So like sticking with it was also hard,
Band started out as a 5-member band. Our parents are part of the band.
Oh,
right
wow.
now, obviously, our family has grown a bit more, like with our team, our management, and everyone that works with us. But as we keep on working, that is always like the center of everything, and everyone we start working with starts feeling like family, because we've always had that vibe. how to be like disciplined and responsible and like level-headed.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's really important for the industry that we're in. So a big hug to mom and dad for everything.
What we think really got us into this energetic music and rock and roll was definitely the Rock Band, the video game. We loved to play that game, and it was so fun that we just like looked at the screen and we just, oh, we want to do that. I told my dad, like, I want to play the guitar. He's like, are you sure? And I was like, of course. By the first week, my fingers hurt so much that I was like, please, no. But I fell in love with it, and there was no going back.
I've been playing for...
Wow.
I first of all want to apologize to everybody. I'm losing my voice. I'm fighting allergies, something terrible.
I will tell you, to watch them, to think back, because we've now been doing this reaction channel for over 2 years, almost 2 years. To think back when we first watched them and to watch what they're now, you have got to, whether you like this music or not, you have got to have some serious respect.
Yeah.
For their ability to get out there on stage and do this.
Yeah, I think as Pal said, there's a lot of people that they appeal to that might not otherwise have started listening to rock music. And, I don't think necessarily that we've had a whole heck of a lot of great rock groups over the last few decades.
Yep.
But I will say that the rock scene needed groups like this, and I am glad to see them doing so well.
If it hadn't been for The Warning and Love Bites and Bandmate, I probably wouldn't even have listened to them.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I've been playing for 13 years. I don't like that number, but okay, 13 years. And, I've been playing since I was a little kid. I would always play on the drums, like the toy drums. And I remember I really liked hitting things. So it was like a perfect match for me. And my dad saw that I have really good coordination. And he asked me like, hey, like, are you up for lessons? Like, do you want to give it a shot? And I was like, yeah. Nobody wanted to give me lessons. I looked like a toddler.
I mean,
and,
I was
super short. Like, playing the drums, it didn't look very, very promising for me. But I met one teacher and I had like a test class, and the teacher was like, "Oh, leave her with me. Like she'll be good. Like, let's do this."
My parents bought me my first bass, and of course I was really young and really short, and I couldn't play a full-scale bass, so they bought me a smaller bass, which I have right here.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really small, and I still couldn't play that, and I learned for about a month, and then we started playing together immediately. So I didn't really have like that much time to get used to my instrument before we started playing together.
Okay, wait,
But-
I know that this isn't part of it. I'm going to ask you a
Do
question.
it.
Because it's like...
Do it.
'Cause I know, this isn't my place, but I will. Because there's a lot of people who tell you, like, why don't you play with a pick? Because normally rock
that's
music
true.
is just like,
It's like
but
pick.
you, like, from the start, it
I
was
always
like
play with my
finger
fingers.
style.
I know how to play with a pick now, and I really do like the sound of it. But I don't know, I just always played with my fingers, and I do feel more comfortable with my fingers, even though I do play more on time with a pick. It's weird. It does hurt more though, but
I get it. It's like when I play without shoes and when I play with shoes.
Yeah.
I get it. The big turning point.
Well, that's pretty interesting. And, we have seen a few drummers who drum without shoes.
Yes.
So, in fact, Def Leppard, which is one of my favorite groups, their drummer doesn't wear shoes.
That's true.
Or much of anything else a lot of the time.
They wear shorts.
Yeah,
That's about it.
That's about it.
Yeah. But it's kind of interesting because, as you're listening to this documentary, you can see their personalities on stage is actually what they are in real life. Because Pal is always the energetic, upgoing one. I can't remember her name. Alexandra, which is the Alejandra, which is the bassist. She's more quiet and reserved. And then you got the lead singer,
Danny,
who just, she just takes charge.
Yeah, it is interesting that you say that, because Pow is the center of this documentary up to this point. It might change, but we've always said she's like a box of energy.
Yeah, she's an Energizer Bunny.
Yeah, no doubt.
The big turning point in our careers, like we did our Enter Sandman cover, which went viral, but I feel like the point where we were like, we really want to do this, like for the rest of our lives, was when we started writing our own music and releasing our own stuff. That was like, whoa, like we can create something, put it out in the world, and people react to it. It was just something that we really liked and looked forward to. So now that we're doing what we do today, like I just feel like it's the thing that really keeps us going, our music. Of course, like any type of siblings, like we have our disagreements and our little fights and stuff like that, but we get along really well.
We know each other so well that we know how to make it work.
Exactly. And in the second that we start writing music, everything just flows really nicely. Like, I don't know what to call it except like sibling magic.
Yeah.
Escape the Mind, those were our first compositions ever. That was our first time writing. I was like 12, Shani was 14, and I was 9. We were children. But it was the moment where we really fell in love with music and like what we wanted to do. Like creating something was just such a powerful experience.
And it was such a key thing, I think, personally, that we were not thinking about will people like it, because we were not going to release it. We were not even going to record it. It was not going to be a thing. So we just literally wrote from our 14-year-old hearts.
And welcome to the very top, and run, even though I stumble.
And then we jump into our first album, 21st Century Blood. And it was weird because some of the compositions that are in 21st Century Blood were written in the same time as Escape the Mind. But there was this very big leap we gave with this song that we made called Free Falling.
It was the first song we actually wrote
Together.
Yeah. And it was also a big thing that we started like looking for outside inspiration. We really like what's happening in the world that we can write about.
And more than anything, like we read so much and we consume a lot of media, as any Gen Z teen does. So we were constantly getting inspired by other
Different
stories
scenarios
that we were hearing. So 21st Century Blood was like, we felt like it was our first step. Like, okay, we're a band now. This is our album.
And nothing will change. I'm crashing through space. I'm burning up, and there's nothing I can put out this place.
And one thing that I really like,
it's fascinating that they wrote a lot of these songs at such incredibly young ages.
Yes.
I mean, some people are still learning how to tie their shoes and doing basics, and here they are writing music.
Some people, it's just a natural gift. I think some people, when it comes to musical talent, sometimes it is a natural inherited gift. Some people just have it.
Yeah.
I wished I was one of those people, but I am not rhythmically inclined.
True, but I think most people do have something that they're really good at, and you just have to look for it and find what makes you happy, and hopefully whatever it is that you're really good at and makes you happy is something that you can also make a living doing. But if not, it's a great hobby, I guess.
And nothing will change. I'm crashing through space. I'm burning up, and there's nothing I can put out this place.
And one thing that I really like that we do, we really looked for what the song needed. We were like, okay, so what if this is a song with only piano, violins, and stuff like that? Like, we didn't focus on, we have to be rock. We just focused on the energy that went into the song. So if you hear our music, sometimes it will be very varied within the same album.
But then Queen of the Murder Scene comes. It's our second album, and Queen of the Murder Scene. I was in middle school. I started going through my emo phase, so you can hear it clearly there how that shift, and like I'm angsty now.
These songs and these albums like grew with us. It's literally, you can see like the change.
Yeah,
in
you can feel the
personality.
Yeah,
Our
and
music.
Queen of the Murder Scene is a concept album. It tells a story.
A novel.
And yeah, it was like a novel, and it was a really different process writing songs to fit a narrative and a plot.
It was really hard.
It was hard because we had some, and then we had to add like the filler episodes, but we didn't want them to feel like filler songs. So we really had to put meaning into every single little part. But I was like really into this idea of making it a whole album about this story.
Yeah.
And when I told them about it, they were like, "What?
Why is there blood everywhere?"
Why?" I was like, "Please hear me out."
We had to change
so much.
like
Of
a
the
lot of
story.
the storyline because it wasn't
It
even
wasn't
that
like
much
that.
of a storyline.
It was just like
murder.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
We were getting into.
I was getting into K-pop.
That's true. I just remember that too.
We took the emo phase K-pop like
Route.
express line, right?
Yeah.
So you can hear a lot of influences in there that maybe you don't pinpoint them as such, but for us it's really apparent like which phases we were going
That key
through.
change into the
Those
one.
key
Like,
changes, those harmonies, like it was all very K-poppy for us.
it's a thing that we also love to do. That as we start learning new ways of doing this, we just like, okay, what's the next thing that we can try out with our music?
Yeah.
So
And
it's very
in,
fun.
in Queen of the Murder Scene, it was key changes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was
Definitely.
change the key.
That was a theme.
That's interesting.
K-pop.
That they were inspired by K-pop.
I know.
I have to say, because we have listened to things on this channel that we would have never listened
No,
to otherwise. I mean, we've
absolutely
done
not.
Russian deathcore,
Yeah.
and K-pop is one of those that we fell down that rabbit hole, and we love it. We've learned to embrace it. Not every single song,
Yeah.
but we've learned to embrace it. And I do feel that a large part of the world just poo-poos it because of the title, because of the word K-pop. And if they would just listen, there's some incredible, not only talent in that industry, but there's just some fantastic music in that industry.
Well, they use their music as platforms. And that in itself is amazing, because to be out there, and there's just, as we've discussed before, so much hate that they just bring a lot of energy, even when they're doing a song on their platform of like either social injustice or whatever. It's still got energy.
Yeah.
And I think more people can relate to it than what people care to express. And, you know, because when you say K-pop, people look at you like, what?
Yeah.
You know, but it's really
It's
good
actually
music.
good stuff. Yeah. It's interesting that she enjoyed it.
That we can try out with our music.
Yeah.
So
And
it's very
in
fun.
Queen of the Murders, was key changes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was
Definitely.
change the key.
That was the theme.
Let's see you try. I see no emotion. A perfect scene for the murder queen. You can always kill what's immortal, but it just doesn't apply to me.
Coming from Queen of the Murder Scene, things are really different now. Because I feel like we really grew as people,
Even
as
more.
musicians,
Like,
right?
from those
Because
two.
we're going through our teenage years. Of course, you grow a lot from one year to another, and you start living different experiences and stuff like that. So I feel like this third album is personal.
Yeah.
Like, it talks more about our feelings or situations that are close to us, or our opinions on certain situations. Evolve was one of the songs that we started writing together, and we had music first
Yeah.
before lyrics and melody. It's usually the other way around. So the three of us were in this room,
Yes,
and Danny
right
and Ale
here.
were like playing, like getting the riff, and I was like, let me write a melody really quickly for the verse and just like put some lyrics on there.
I'm not in danger. I'm the danger now.
And I was like, hey, that's a
That's
good
good.
line.
That's a cool
I'm not in
line.
danger, I'm the danger.
I do feel that it encases what this new album represents for us, the changes that we went through as musicians, as people, and in writing, because we saw things differently. Like right now, we really concentrated on adding a lot of like new harmonies and how like the bass and the drums were going to play together. And then differently at the same time.
Like, there is so much room to grow, and we always enter these situations like with big wondrous eyes. Like, we're gonna learn today. What are we gonna learn now?
What's gonna happen
Yeah.
now?
Oye, ¿cómo va? Mi ritmo bueno para gozar. Mulata, oye, ¿cómo va? Mi ritmo bueno para gozar. Mulata, pam, 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 pam.
Definitely performing our songs live is a totally different universe. Like, we treat it as such, even ourselves. We know it's nothing like recording in a studio, but it's so much fun. You're like directly sharing and expressing to the people who are watching you.
And I feel like
live.
our past albums, we try to grab like the sound, like how we sound live into our recordings, and
Yeah.
we never really,
Oh, we have never accomplished
we
that.
Yeah.
never accomplished that until like
this
this third
album.
album.
I've already collapsed, so I'll just drown my sorrows in a non-existent world.
We put in a lot of hard work
Yep.
into our live shows. We really plan everything out, and
Yep.
we practice it a lot.
And even
A lot.
our movements, like if you see us playing in our early stages of the band,
Oh,
we're
we
just
didn't
like
move at all.
statues.
Didn't
And that's something that we actually worked on consciously. It's like how to play, being able to like jump around and bring more energy to the show.
Like, we make fun of each other while we're on stage.
And I know like I shouldn't really be like saying this, but even when we mess up, we're like, oh, you messed up. Like,
Yeah,
we're
we just
we're,
look at each other like,
you messed up.
When we play a show in our country and in our home city, it's just absolutely amazing.
Actually, our last show that we played was in Mexico City, and we hadn't been to Mexico City in a long time.
Yeah.
So coming back and seeing that we had more fans. Like there were a lot of people watching us. It was just insane. It was one of the best shows
People
we've ever
like
had.
screaming our songs. We actually have like a video where you hear everyone singing on top of like it's
like you can't hear us. Mexico really has something very special.
A big scene
Like,
of energetic people
Yeah,
ready
people are
for
really
metal.
passionate about music in general here in Mexico, and the crowds were always really energetic.
Like this energy that they transmit, you just can't help but give it back.
We have enjoyed our experiences in Mexico.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah, some of our best
Wonderful.
travel
Yes.
experiences ever. And in fact, Mazatlan was definitely a place that we would go back.
Very wonderful, kind people.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah. That's really just, it's really interesting to listen to how they have tried to compose their songs and how their albums evolved over time as people evolved.
Well, can you imagine? The youngest one was 9. What were you doing at 9 years old? I was playing with my Barbies. I mean, I'm sorry, and hanging out with my friends, and they're picking up music instruments and learning them. That will tell you, sometimes it doesn't matter what you like to do. Find what you like and just work on it. Because whether it becomes a hobby or something you actually make money of, you still gotta enjoy life.
Right.
And it's fun to listen to these young ladies just go through all of this.
Yeah, I mean, we're not quite finished
Yeah.
with this yet, but I just want to say to the person that recommended this, thank you very much. This has been very enlightening, and it helps to maybe feel a little more connected
Yes.
to the group. Yeah.
It's really about making like a personal connection of what you want to transmit through your instrument. Cause I look at our past videos, like our covers, and I'm like, no, what are you doing? But we were so young, we were starting out, so it's okay. But I feel like that's a really nice thing. Looking back and seeing how much you've improved and how much you've grown.
A veces las cosas obvias son las más difíciles de ver. Te asfixiaste con tus propias manos. Cuando todo apunta que por fin alguien te viene a rescatar, te encuentras nuevamente abandonado.
At the end of the day, like, there's a goal and there's something that you want to reach. And it's really about putting in a lot of work.
And just also be very conscious that the people who work around you are different, are going through different things and will think differently than you. There's no one that will think exactly like you. So taking things with a grain of salt and not taking things personally for it to ruin like your experience is a key thing. As sisters, we really have like that separate, our working selves and our sister selves.
Sometimes people have these stereotypes or these stigmas, like we've seen it in places we've played in festivals and stuff like that. Like the treatment is really different to like other bands, like male bands. But we see that change after like
We play.
Yeah, we play and then like people's faces completely change and like everyone's just so
Which
excited.
is fun to see because they remind themselves that it doesn't matter who is playing, their age, whatever it is. It's about the music.
Music is the language. It doesn't matter like where you're from, like what language you speak, like anything. Like music is
The language.
I cannot say that their personalities off stage were that much different than I expected. They seem to be sort of true to who they are on stage as well.
But the statement that they made, music is language, and that is true. It is the only thing that can change the mood and the energy of people.
Well, that quickly. Yeah. It is something that can bring people together, or for that matter, drive a wedge between them if you don't like it, maybe. But the key is that if music is a language, these ladies are incredibly fluent.
Yes.
Because they are just absolutely outstanding. And this was a really good insight into just,
how
their
they
history.
do their music, how they come with their music.
Yeah.
And I like how well-grounded they are.
This was posted 3 years ago, and we've seen stuff even since then from them, and they've grown even more. So it's hard to imagine what they could achieve as early as they started if they just keep doing what they're doing. But this was awesome, and we really appreciate it. We'll get back to the warning as soon as we can. We started going into the, Pink Pop? Their Pink Pop performance that got blocked, and that's on our Patreon, which is patreon.com/CoachCastTV. And we'll try actually to do another song from that just to see if maybe it was the ones we were listening to, or because we did two on the same video. I'm not sure. But anyway, we've always enjoyed them, and it's just so incredibly cool to see the behind the scenes.
Well, also, too, with the warning, they are one of the groups that really opened my mind to the rock scene, because normally it is not my forte, but I have definitely embraced some of the bands and am willing to go down the rabbit hole, as they say, with this music, because some of this I just never listened to. It was called being closed-minded.
Yeah. All right. Well, we appreciate you guys hanging out with us, and please throw a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed.
And ring that bell.
And we'll see you next time on CoachCast TV.